Good morning to you, wherever you're watching this video, and thank you. I'm in Puerto Princesa in Palawan, Philippines' greenest, cleanest city, only 1 hour's flight from the capital Manila. When I was looking for how to fill the afternoon, the hotel staff told me they could arrange a half-day city tour for 800 pesos. But if you've ever watched my other videos, such as my Underground River video, you'd see that I like to avoid the organised tours and stay independent, saving money along the way. It always seems to be a bit more of an adventure as well when you avoid the organised trips and doing it on your own. I think I follow the same itinerary as the organised trip, almost. I visited 3 of Puerto Princesa's most visited sites, which is the Butterfly and Eco Park and Tribal Village, Mitra's Ranch and Baker's Hill. So I invite you to come along and just see for yourself and just see how much money I can save too. I'm Jeff, by the way. We've got a lot to see, so let's go. What do you do if you've got half a day free in Puerto Princesa? Well, I asked at the hotel and they said they could set me up with a half-day city tour for 800 pesos, taking me to various sites throughout the city. So I thought that sounded a good idea, but being me, I wanted to do it my own way, so that's what I've done. And it's not because I'm tight, Colin Hazel. I will save money, no doubt, but I wanted to do it independently. So stage 1 was find my way up to the Palawan Butterfly Ecology Park and Tribal Village. So off I went using a mixture of Google Maps and local knowledge, and I set off on the Jeepney up Puerto Princesa South Road, where the driver would tell me where to get off. The Jeepney has just dropped me off and I've got a short walk to get there. Obviously when you're in a strange place and you've got to get around using public transport, you don't know what to do. First thing I did was ask somebody, and I've got to say, everybody I've met in Palawan, everyone I've met in Puerto Princesa have been so friendly and so willing to help. They went out the way to find the Jeepney for me, even pulled over a Jeepney, asked the driver the question, and it was by a stroke of luck the right Jeepney to get, and that's how I've ended up here. So for the price of 20 pesos, which is about 30p, what's that, about 35-40 cents in the US. It's taken me on a 20-minute journey and I'm now at the butterfly farm. So let's go and take a look. And here it is. I'm glad I came across this little chap just at the entrance. He's the Palawan peacock pheasant, and he's got beautiful plumage. He's becoming more rare because of his losing his habitat, and people want to hunt him because they want to keep him as pets. But his plumage is so beautiful, the Puerto Princesa government use it as on the logo for the city. The first stop was the walk through to the tribal village. There's 3 indigenous tribes in Palawan. Tribal village, the aim is to maintain their traditions and uniqueness. So for a few days a week they come here and they stay here and they show tourists and the likes of me their traditional instruments and their tools so they can maintain their independence. I hope it works. what we got is this covered area. It's covered by netting, full of flowering plants and hundreds of butterflies. As well as butterflies, they've got other creatures you can see, like these guppies, which will kindly chew the dry skin from my fingers if I let them. Millipedes, which I was invited to pick up and hold, but when she told me that they could sting through their feet if they weren't very happy, I declined the offer because I've never seen a millipede smile.
They can have thousands of legs. If we're the time that we're holding them,
There's also these leaf beetles, and there was also stick insects as well. Stick insects were my first ever pet when I was at home.
For example,
We all used to keep stick insects as pets.
If you hurt the scorpion, they're going to sting you. But misunderstood creature, because sometimes if we saw.
And then came the star of the show, for me anyway. Only found in Palawan, and it's the Palawan giant forest scorpion, and about 5 inches long.
Okay.
So what do I? Much misunderstood and maligned and feared, I suppose, as well. But these ones, they can sting, but it's not going to kill you. It will hurt, but it won't kill you. They're safe to hold because the sting is above, and so they can sting from above, but they can't sting below. Like that. Oh, come on. Struggling up the hill. Hi, how are we doing? Good. Hi.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Second stop of the day, Rancho Mitra. It looks like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I was going to walk here from the butterfly farm. I started walking. The weather feels like 35 degrees. So I stopped the tricycle, and it turns out I was walking in the wrong direction. So I've got the tricycle here, and I'm glad I did. This ranch is privately owned, and it was owned as the land of a late Senator Ramos V. Mitra. He very kindly opened the land to the public, so it's a free entrance, free to get in. And it's overlooking Puerto Princesa, so they say there's some fantastic views. So let's see some, but because I've travelled here on my own, I feel pretty isolated because everyone else seems to come in cars. Cars or tourist transport. Well, they weren't lying when they said it had fantastic views. Look at that. But it also said on the website that it was free entry. And when I got here, I discovered it was a 50 peso entry charge. So the website wasn't up to date. It also said there wasn't a cafe here, but I find when I get here that there is. After walking around for a little bit, I was beginning to think there wasn't a great deal for me to do here. I noticed this giant slide. I also noticed there was a zip line, and you could do horse riding, and there was a giant swing and a skywalk. Not for me today though. Well, that was Mitra's ranch. There's a couple of things on there that weren't on the website, like the entrance fee of 50 pesos, and there's a cafeteria. Nice place to come for a picnic though. But I feel a little bit isolated here. But my next stop is 500 meters away, and it's Baker's Hill. I was thinking before I was a bit crazy to do this on my own. I felt a little bit isolated because everyone seemed to be in a tour bus. But I've now seen about 3 groups who have come here by tricycle. So I know I'm not alone, so I don't feel so isolated now. Beautiful scenery though, over to my right. The hills of, no, the mountains of Palawan. Hi sir. So here we are then, third stop of the day, Baker's Hill. Started off as a baker's shop and it has grown into what has become a bit of a theme park or amusement park. It's full of Instagrammable spots and positive quotes. I see what Baker's Hill is now. It's a quirky little park, looks like a couple of acres, restaurants and cafes, somewhere to get something to eat. Lots for the kids to do. The kids are loving it. They love the figures and the figurines and the places for selfies. Not just the kids actually. The adults like taking them as well. How could that be? So as part of the trio of places I've been today, I'm 17 kilometres out of town. And I'll have to start heading back soon. The sun's beginning to go down. I'll have to start heading back. On the way out, I stopped off at the baker's shop, which gives the place its name, with its shelves stocked with tasty goodies. Remember the hotel were wanting to charge me 800 pesos? Well, I spent only 250 pesos, a saving of 550 pesos. Quite considerable, especially if there's more than one person. I'll put a breakdown of the costs and the exchange rates in the description below. Hi, if you've got this far, thank you for watching and I hope you got something out of the video. I need to ask a favour. If you could just press the subscribe button, because the way YouTube works, it really does help make the channel grow. Press and subscribe, like and share. I would really appreciate that. And I hope to see you again in the future. Thanks.